I know what my audience like. I did some independent films with Master P. A lot of those movies did really well.
I'm ambitious. I'm a hustler. I have my own lane.
That's the thing about comedy. You wake up every day, you don't know if you're funny that day.
Turn around and face the people, you know what I mean? Face the music, if you will. What up, what up, what up? Good evening. Welcome to the program. Welcome to Let's Go Live with Lamont King. I'm Lamont King, and we are live. So let's go. Let's go. Something like a podcast. Newcomers, what we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Lord willing, 6 p.m. to 7 East Coast time. Shout out to everybody watching on the West Coast. I see you. Peanut Gallery, what up? No individual shout outs. That should bring somebody new. Hit the thumbs while you're here. Turn the notification on. All that. And visit our longtime sponsor. We're broadcasting live from the newly remodeled Drunken Fruit Studios inside a tiny closet command center.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad official.
That's where we be at. And also pay some attention to our where it go at. Oh, where it go at. Our other sponsor, 2A Apparel. Oh, here we go. Get you a mug. Show them what time it is. Ooh. Show them what time it is. I almost ain't do the show today. I'll tell you why. Okay. Yeah, show them what time it is at work. 2A Apparel. Get you that mug. You're like, what time is it? And be like, you know what I'm saying? Let them see the mug. It's 2A all day. All right, so there's that. Oh, yeah, man. Good to see y'all. How's everybody doing? Good? Cool. What's for dinner? Anything interesting? What you eating today? Yeah? Okay. That's what's up. Save me a plate. You know what I mean? Or not. Yeah, I started not to do the show today, man. These allergies is man. I mean, come and go. Like one day it's real mild and, you know, because of the moisture, the humidity. And then the next day they just, the pollen just floating around. Like y'all talking about the cicadas. I ain't worried about the cicadas, man. I can block them. But that pollen just be, you know, it's just be hovering. Oh, just grazing your eyeball. Like right now, I feel like my left eyeball is outside of my head. That's what it feels like. I don't know what it looks like to y'all, but it feels like it's on the outside of my head. And my nasals is all, allergies is all jacked up. But anyway, good to see y'all, man. Welcome in. Come on in, sit down, have a seat. Don't touch nothing. Also, Money Wheel, live Money Wheel update. We're up to about $55, I think, 55. You know, we can't make a move until we get to at least 75 in the pot. So shout out to Deborah Lee. I think it was Brian and somebody else. put some money on the pot. So we'll see. You too can do that. $5 a slot, as many slots as you want. Just make sure you put that in the notes section on the Cash App. Let's Go Live Show. 50-50 raffle every Friday. Half of the money goes to production costs. Half of the money goes to you. Just like at those, cheesy events that you go to with the 50-50 raffle. But you ain't even got to leave your house. So there's that. Been a drill, you say? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm holistic. We holistic over here, champ. I'm going to go make something. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of making something, did you get a chance to make a run on the gas station? They out here selling gas like drugs again. So if you haven't noticed, there's a ransomware hack attack on a major computer system that controls the gasoline pipeline from Texas to New York. Somebody playing around, some organization, give us this amount of money or else we'll shut the joint down. Then they got flushed out and found out, and it was like, all right, we was just playing, but it was too late. So the system was shut down for a few days. And if you know anything about, what do you call that? What would that be called? Logistics? I don't know. Supply chain. The amount of time it was shut down. Now there's a delay on getting systems back and running. And so the gas stations that are waiting on the trucks to come from the pipeline that wasn't running, now everybody's out of gas. Because your family, your neighbors, do everything social media and the news tell them to do. So there was a run on gas most of the weekend and the last couple of days. So now there's shortages. So now I'm out here on my range is 32 miles to the gallon. And every gas station around here, here's what they do. This is the part. I hope people go to jail for this. Because they're starting to gouge already. I seen a screenshot. It was $6.99 in Richmond, a gallon. Out here, we just at $3.10 or whatever. But they put on the sign how much the gas is. But you pull up to the gas, that ain't what's available. And I'm like, well, that ain't right. Y'all got to know that that's false advertising. It's about $3.10 for regular. You pull in, all the regulars got little red tape on the joints. You got to get premium. And the premium be $4.20. I'm like, wait a minute. But, we fall for anything. So I'm going to try to wait it out. I don't know any more than you. Not smarter than you, by no stretch. I just got a hunch. I'm going to try to wait it out. If I don't make it to work, I think my job will understand. But yeah. And I saw something today. I was like, it's not. There was a meme. It was like, it's not even a real shortage. It's not a shortage. And then people are, here's what people are doing. Let's get into today's show. Will you? Too much, not enough, just enough, or a little more. We're going to go through some stories, and I need you to let us know. It's too much, just enough, or if it needs a little more. Because I came across some of the wildest joints today already. Here's the phone number, 765-LetsGo1. We're a live show. Don't trip. 765-538-7461. And I put the join link in the chat. But this is what your people was out here doing. Absolutely ridiculous. All right, let's watch this news story. Oh, did it go? Oh, it didn't go. Hold on. This is what your people doing. They out here. And I went around today. I was like, all right, well, if I go early today, it ain't gonna be what I've been seeing on the news. But you get there, and it's what you've been seeing on the news. Absolute pandemonium and ridiculousness. All right, turn their volume down because they're not advertising with us. But this is what your people doing. It's not really a shortage, people. There's a holdup in the supply chain. What was they asking for, like 10 million? All right, here we go.
Meanwhile,
yes.
No, that's not what I asked for.
We do have problems, though. They are different in scale. Disruptions at
here we
gas
go.
stations across the southeast as a critical pipeline remains shut down due to a cyber attack. Huge lines formed across multiple states yesterday as panicked Americans started a run on gas. So according to Gas Buddy, nearly 1,800 gas stations are out of fuel. Florida, Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia have declared states of emergency. Well, American Airlines says it is adding stops to some long-haul flights so planes can refuel. Our lead national correspondent, David Begnaud, is in Atlanta. David, good morning to you. The average price for a gallon of gas is right now at the highest it has been in nearly 7 years. How are people reacting?
How are people reacting?
Tony, and it's hurting all of us. Take a look at this picture out of Alabama. This lady filling up gas cans in the back of her vehicle is exactly what we're all being asked not to do. Where we are in Atlanta this morning, 30% of stations are reportedly out of fuel. This is like when we ran out of toilet paper and Lysol during the pandemic because everybody made a run to the grocery store. We have enough gas in this country. It's just a matter of hauling it to where it needs to be. So please, experts are asking, don't panic.
Oh.
We got a call from family that said you better fuel up before you hit Tennessee.
There is panic at the pump from Virginia all the way down to Florida.
I suspected just prices would go way up. I didn't suspect that there wouldn't be any the next day.
Hundreds of gas stations across the region are starting to run out.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me pause right there. She said exactly, I haven't watched this video. She said exactly what I was saying today when I went out. I expected the prices to go up. I was fully prepared. I was not prepared for it not to be any, especially not regular. Here's the thing. Call me cheap or whatever, fiscally observant. I don't know, feasibly reasonable. I don't know. But I'm not in a position where I'm going to put premium gas in my car that takes regular. I know that you probably can, but I how do I say this? I won't. Now I know if I had a premium vehicle, a luxury vehicle, and it took premium, you're not supposed to put regular. That's understood. Like I would never do that. But in my car that takes regular, even with it written on the gas cap, that's what the car prefers. Who am I to usurp my car's preference? You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna scrutinize the way my car orients itself, my car's orientation, and what it prefers. Who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting premium in there when it takes regular. Just not gonna do it. Listen to what he said. And the calm reporter, I ain't never heard nobody that calm. He was like, look here, man, it's not a shortage. He was like, calm the F down. All right, let's keep going.
We put a stop to the can sales today. People were coming in and trying to buy, 5 and 10 cans worth of gasoline. They're just hoarding it.
The pipeline sends oil from Houston, Texas to Linden, New Jersey, near New York City. Hackers breached the company's computer system, so Colonial was forced to shut down the pipeline, cutting off a major source of gasoline, jet fuel, and diesel to several states. Here's what panic buying could do. Hurt consumers long term, warns Gas Buddy petroleum analyst Patrick DeHaan.
The first thinking is, oh boy, prices are going to skyrocket and I need to fill everything I can with gas.
Now, let me stop right quick. I don't think it's fair that they went to him because he's clearly advertising. He's actually doing too much advertising. I'm tempted to go online to gasbuddy.com and see what type of services they provide. But now I don't want to because you did it too much. You overdid it. How did he get as the go-to guy on the news? Did he pay for his spot? If he paid for his spot, now his credibility is out the window. All right, let's keep going.
And so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that actually makes the problem much more acute.
This chaos left in the wake of Colonial Pipeline's ransomware attack has heightened concerns about America's cybersecurity. The energy grid and water supply have almost no federally mandated cybersecurity protections. And that vulnerability is costing millions of dollars. Listen to what Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said on Tuesday.
Wait a minute, this is a whole sidebar. This might get us off topic today. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to what he said here.
Security protections about America's cybersecurity. The energy grid and water supply have almost no federally mandated cybersecurity protections. And that vulnerability is costing millions of dollars. Listen to what Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas said on Tuesday.
More than $350 million in losses are attributable to ransomware attacks this year. That's a more than 300% increase over last year's victimization of companies.
You know, Colonial Pipeline isn't the only ransomware attack happening right now. Did you know it's also happening at the Washington, D.C. Police Department? Hackers have reportedly stolen all kinds of information, including personnel files of police officers, and they're constantly releasing them until their demands are met. Bottom line, Anthony, some of the top officials in this country say we could have other infrastructure very.
I would have liked to heard the end of that. So two things real quick. That anchor, boy, he's soothing. He's very calming. I didn't get any sense of chaos in his voice. That was enjoyable. Anyway, that's funny. Captain Boink said my car identifies as 87 octane. That's hilarious. But I've said this for a few years. If you've ever listened to me, when people get into the conversations about, end of the world and all of that and war and joining the military and all, conventional warfare has been over 10, 12 years. They lead you to believe that we need tanks and armies and planes and all that. But the battleground is this here internet. And these little drive runs that they've been doing the last 7, 8 years, little practice runs, that's going to be, you can salute the flag all you want and be super patriot. And yeah, I'm sending my kids, they're going to serve this country and thank you for your service and all that. When they start tampering with your little everyday shit, oh, that's a wrap. The man just said there are no real security protections or protocols for the power grid and the water supply. And it's one little hit on gasoline and y'all going berserko. Like that's what's going to happen. When our adversary or our enemy, whoever we ain't pay off this month, decides to, you be like, all right, we want to walk in and take America right quick. It's going to be, it's going to be a hack, ransomware, and shut down a hospital or your utility station in your town, your power grid. All that other stuff ain't gonna matter. So that'll be interesting. I think a couple days gas. Well, here's the thing. Historically, if you remember, even whenever they do that, whenever there's a real issue, I'm talking about like the price of the barrel went down because there's conflict in Jordan or Syria. Even when there's an actual issue that affects oil, like the production of petroleum or whatever, the price will go up, the problem will go away, and the price will stay. So I'm going to wait out the shortage, but I'm going to accept that these are the prices that's going up for the summer because they're getting that money back. Got to get that money back from last summer when nobody went nowhere. They got to get it back. And you're right. I saw somebody say it. It's 2 weeks before Memorial Day. You think it ain't? Tuh. Perfect timing. The shortage is going, people going to calm down, just like toilet paper. Wasn't that much ass wiping in the world. But everybody eventually calmed down. With the shortage, I think some of these people going to get in trouble, spiking these joints and gouging or whatever. But they're going to get more gas. But I don't believe these prices are going to go down. Nope. This was their way, or not way. It wasn't their fault. This was their little excuse to raise them up. And then that's going to be it. It's going to be 305. And you're going to get used to 305. So when it goes 310, they'll be like, damn, I remember when gas was 305. That's how it is, man. They lull us to sleep. But here we go. All right. Stocking up on water. You need to be drinking water anyway. You know what I'm saying? All right, another story. Too much, just enough, or a little more. I think with that first story, people are doing way too much. Way too much. All right, let's keep it moving. There's a couple things I want to get y'all into. 765, let's go 176. Tell me what they're doing in your neck of the woods with the gas. Because I've seen people putting them in plastic bags. You asking for I saw one joint on Instagram. She had like 8 trash bags in the trunk. Like you're a car bomb. What are you going to do with that gas? How are you going to transfer it into your tank, ma'am? All right, too much, just enough, or a little more. All right, let's go in this one. Let's go in this direction here because I'm gonna save this weirdo Florida story for last. But let's go into your president. Your president just made a statement, or his people, his camp. This just in. Not sure if you're familiar with this. Biden officials testify that white supremacists are the greatest domestic security threat. Again? And this is new. This is like today. And I don't even like talking about this type of stuff. Because one, I don't believe it exists. And two, I'm tired of talking about it. All right, let's see what they had to say. Biden administration's top law enforcement officials on Wednesday, that's today, pledged to dedicate their resources to combat domestic violent extremists amid questions over whether the agencies are equipped to monitor such threats in the wake of the January 6th Capitol riot. Merrick Garland, he appeared before the Senate Appropriations Committee for a hearing on. Let's hear him say it. Let's see.
Extremists remain the most persistent lethal threat in the home.
No, who's this?
I do believe they do at this time, Mr. Chairman.
And Attorney General Garland, do you agree?
I do, and that's the most recent assessment of the FBI.
Oh, okay. Y'all coming out swinging? So the Crypt Keeper asked him if he believes that that's the most significant threat against America's white supremacy, and they both said yes. Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas and Attorney General Merrick Garland. But let's go back. Let's see if I can get that again. Because he wasn't happy with the answer, and he let him know. Oh, it's gone. New story. I don't need the new story. All right, let's go back. Let's read. I want to go back to where he was like, that's when they not happy with the answer you giving. You see it in all the hearings. Somebody. That's when you know. All right, domestic violence extremists pose an elevated threat in 2021, and in the FBI's view, the top domestic violent extremist threat we face comes from a racially or ethnically motivated violent extremists, specifically those who advocate for superiority of the white race. Wow, Garland told lawmakers at the top of the hearing. Okay, I've not read up on this guy, but he coming with the words. He chose Violence Day. But the hearing also on Wednesday, this is courtesy of thehill.com. The hearing on Wednesday highlighted the competing partisan priorities as Republicans urged a crackdown on illegal immigration and Democrats question whether the agencies are fully prioritizing efforts to prevent the type of domestic extremism that led to the storming of the Capitol. Yeesh. Oh, so they getting it. So they getting into it. So the Republicans is worried about immigration, and the Democrats is finally being real and laying it on the table. Wow. Okay. That's heavy. I was shocked. That's a little shocking. Too much? Just enough? Or a little more? What you think? You think we're on the right page? Is this the step in the right direction as far as language is concerned? This is the first time, me personally, that I've seen language this strong and this specific in a long time. Maybe even ever. Would you agree? So they doing too much? Is this just enough? Or do we need a little more? Depends on what's the end game for this. Why today? And what are they getting us ready for? That's the real question. What do you think they're getting us ready for? Because they're making a lot of references recently to January 6th. As if, what do you call that? Flashpoint? As if that was the flashpoint for white supremacy in America. Like until then, until January 6th, most of these people had no clue that there were people that thought this way and that will go that far. So I feel like even with this type of talk that's going on right now, I feel like it's not enough. So on this one, I would say not enough, only because I appreciate the harsh, the tone and the terse language. But you got to keep that finger on that button, keep that the foot on that gas. You got the right people talking. We need a couple more. Homeland Security, yes. Attorney General, yes. That's when you know it's real. All right, let's go down to Studio G. Mr. Clarkson. Good to see you, Mr. Clarkson. Welcome to the program.
What's going on?
Good with you.
Hey man, life is good. Can't really complain. You know me these days. Can't really complain too much. So just a heads up of like what I believe. I had my third eye moment. I was like you for 2 seconds. And for some reason, I think the reason why we're gearing up is because this will make the second summer where everybody has been, basically indoors due to COVID. I think they're afraid something's going to pop off. And I think the fear of them that something's going to pop off, I think they're going to try to put in place a lot of hate crime laws ahead of time to basically set the table. If you do X, this is going to wind up happening to you. Because if you notice, a lot of this has been fast tracked, especially because we're going to get the first summer or late spring holiday being Memorial Day. So I'm really curious if that's going to be I'm feeling that's the move.
Okay. However, and I'm searching for this one story I was going to bring in here too. However, there are those things in the pipeline, those hate crime, I guess, initiatives, but for some weird reason, this is why I say a little more. This is why I say between too much, just enough, or a little more. A little more because those hate crime bills that you say may be coming, none of them are Black specific.
Right. So I think that's going to be the next step. I definitely feel like.
You think we're gonna get one? You think we're gonna get one?
I think we are, and I think the reason why we're going to get one is because the Asian one flew across the table with not a lot of pushback. I think the next one is going to be one that targets African Americans. I still think that the country mishandled what happened down in Charlottesville so badly, and of course mishandled. And I can't think of the guy's last name. All I know is I just get angry because I think about the fact that they took that man to Burger King after he.
Oh, Dylan Roof. Yeah, Dylan Roof.
Thank you, Dylan Roof. After he decided that there were people that he felt no longer deserved an opportunity to live, after they prayed for him and welcomed him into a Bible study. So all that to say is that I think that's going to be the next move. Some of this might be hopeful optimism, but I'm feeling that might be definitely the move.
Interesting. All right, hang on for this story right here. So Germany, this is let me see, a companion story to the one I just went through.
Sure.
So too much, not enough, or a little more. So Germany, let's take a look at what Germany's doing. And I found this interesting because when I saw the headline, I was like, oh, for real? And then I realized it was in Germany. So
got it.
Right. So the headline is, this is thehill.com as well. Hate motivated insults, a crime under new German law. So this is a little intricate. I actually read this story. So the German government on Wednesday passed a law that makes hate motivated insults a crime punishable with a fine of up to 2 years in prison. A fine or up to 2 years in prison. Now here, German Minister of Justice Christine Lambrecht said the new law was meant to protect Jews, Muslims, gay people, and people with disabilities, among other groups. Against specific groups,
right?
Non-Black,
right?
And here's an extra bonus: the law extends to hate messages sent by text, email, or letters.
I love it. I love it. It's just missing Black people.
Right. So a little more. Again, a little more. It needs a little more.
Like history books in South. It's missing. It's okay. Just missing Black people.
Yeah. And I'm sure they got them.
Yeah. I meant to say this earlier. I think the sacrificial lambs are going to be the guys who, with the kidnapping with Ahmaud Arbery. I think that's who they're going to wind up sending. Who they're going to wind up getting.
Oh, they're going to get They're going to get it.
No, I think they're going to be kind of like, you know how you set a ship off to sail, you crack the champagne bottle. They're going to be the champagne bottle. They're going to get that, and I know I'm noticing this especially because when you brought this up, I went on of course the website for justicegov.gov, and it's a major pull up where they have the crime document written up for of them being a full indictment. They've got the deputy's name here. They've got the caliber of the gun. They got all these major details. So all that to say is that, I think it's them. They're going to be the ones.
Yeah, I think they're going to drag their feet and dilly-dally with Chauvin as far as the sentencing. They're going to, but I think them three dudes, oh, man, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. I agree with that.
Yeah, they're going to lull you to sleep on that. In fact, I just put it in the chat room for people that if you ever want to look at the amount of hate crimes that actually get reported by a federal government, it's so many. And some of these things just never hit the headlines, which of course is scary because things that they cover is fine, but how many other stories does not even DC Gov or I should say DC Gov, but the US Gov even meet up with? So that's
right. And as far as this German thing right here, they said last week that hate crimes against the alphabet people increased by 36% last year, a total of 782 against LGBTQ, and about 150 reported incidents were violent. Here's the thing though. It's a wonder to me. I'm so fascinated how you can determine how it can be determined what a hate crime is when it comes to the alphabet community, as opposed to when it's against a black person. There's no there's no metrics to determine if what happened to that black person is actually considered a hate crime, which is so fascinating to me. It's just fascinating that they have this data.
Well,
So
I've said this on this show, and I'm in Happy Hour Talk. I've said before that I don't believe in hate crimes because I always believe that you've committed a crime because you hate something.
You hate something, yeah.
And I think that by doing that, what you're trying to do is pigeonhole something and pigeonhole somebody into something to where it might not necessarily fit. But bravo Germany, because Germany gets a lot of things right. The major thing they get right is that, you know what? It's illegal to have swastikas around. We don't acknowledge them. Like we've taken them out we talk about them briefly in our history book. We know it's really, really bad. We don't play that game around here. We're trying to be better. But the Confederate flag, it seems to be okay. And that's that's the problem.
And this law extends to too much, just enough, or a little more. This law extends to hate messages sent by text, email, or handwritten letters. What's your too much, just enough, or a little more?
A little more because it needs to include black people of color, black folks.
Even through the text and the handwritten letters.
I need it.
Okay.
If we had black, if they said African descent, disabled, LGBTQ community, I've been like perfect. You got that's a 10 out of 10 on this.
But handwritten letters, you fine with sending somebody up the river for 2 years for calling you a despicable black in a handwritten letter?
You know why? Because in the technology age, you meant that. Can I say shit?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why you meant that shit. Because you went to go find paper and pen and be like, I want you to know. And that to me is why. Because I mean, it's easy. You said text all day, but if you go out your way to go find a pen and some loose leaf, man, you meant it. You meant it.
Yeah. All right, there it is. There it is. All right. Save time for rolling. Handwritten. You can catch 2 years for handwritten bigotry. That's something, Germany. Salute to y'all, man. How do you salute Germany? Is it oh no, let me stop. All right, let's keep it moving. Hey-o. Speaking of which, all right, so fresh off of that story, this story is connected. I found a way to connect all of today's stories, man. Just the show prep today was on 1,000. So this one, let's move right along to this. Too much, just enough. Well, we need a little more. So we saw what they're doing in Germany. Anything that we consider an insult, a racial insult, could get somebody a fine of 2 years in jail. Now let's see in this story, had a tragic ending. We're not making fun of the ending. We're just, trying to figure out too much, just enough, or a little more. Here's the headline. This is metro.co.uk. Another, it's weird that we get in these stories out of these European outlets, but I can't find them anywhere here. Now, this was yesterday. Dunkin' Donuts customer punched to death after being racist towards a worker. All right, so here's the employee, Corey Pujols. Let me get this ad off the screen. Can I get that off the screen? They're gonna let me get it? No. He's charged with aggravated manslaughter of a person older than 65. Apparently, a 77-year-old customer came in there talking tough, got into a fight, verbal altercation with pool host who's 27. Elderly man got angry over apparent lack of service, talking shit. I've seen it. And was then reportedly asked by employees to leave. Rather than take off, the customer parked his vehicle and went inside the store and got into an argument with pool host. So he came back for this. The customer allegedly made a racial slur at pool host, who is black, and dared him to say the phrase again. So now you've had 3 chances to disperse. Customer repeated it. Pool host allegedly punched the customer in the jaw and caused him to fall down backwards and hit his head on the concrete floor, suffering contusions, bleeding from the brain. He hospitalized. 3 days later, he died. Pool host told the police the customer was extremely rude. So pool host, we got to start coaching our youngins, man. We got to start coaching our youngins. Told the police that he was extremely rude. No, pool host, you were supposed to tell the police that you feared for your life. Cops did not disclose the details of the slur. Autopsy showed blah, blah, blah. Okay, he was arrested on Friday and was charged with aggravated manslaughter of a person older than 65. That's an actual charge. It carries a maximum prison sentence of 30 years. Too much, just enough, or a little more. Pool host will be represented by a public defender. And the Tampa Police Department does not release the identity of victims due to some law that they have, which is weird. Because it seems like victims of police violence always get their name out there. But anyway, where's Ben Crump when you need him? Like on stuff like this, how does he have a public defender? Like this is a case where homie really need representation, like the real kind. Like you standing your ground in Florida. You defending yourself. I don't care how old that person is. That person was old enough to remember a time when he could spit on you and get away with it. And that's probably where he was. In his mind. Yeah, one time they asked him to leave the store, right? You were becoming belligerent and rude to our customers. I mean, to our staff. You got to leave. He left. Comes back. Starts a fight with the guy working there. I'm at work. Now you're aggressing me. You call me out my name. I say, don't say it again. You say, I'll say it again. I say, I dare you. So that's 2 opportunities to disengage. No, I'm sorry. That's 3. My math is off. Yeah, 3 opportunities. 3 strikes you out. Yeah, 3 opportunities to disengage. But he catches the manslaughter charge. Aggravated assault. Where is Ben Crump? Ben, this seems like an open and shut case. It seems like this is one you could win. I don't understand why too much, just enough, or a little more. You could argue dude was old, let him be, but no, you had three chances to disperse. Like this is a tough one. Okay, Chrissy be talking. Say none. That's why we had the phone number here and the link to join. Nope, rude doesn't equal death. Well, he didn't intend to kill him. So you're right. But you never know. Being in these times, you don't know what that next person's about to do. After you done escorted them out the store once. Told them you don't want no problems twice. And 3, don't call me out my name again. Or don't use that term. See, in Germany, with this new law that they got, insults get you jail time. Racial insults. We behind the curve, man. Yeah, call in, Chrissy. Y'all all watching and lurking. Here's the number. The link to join is in the chat. Here's the phone number. Too much. Wait a minute, put this in the chat. Too much, just enough, or a little more. What do you think of this whole situation? Here we go. And while we're waiting for y'all on that, I'm gonna keep it moving. Captain Boinks, that's an easy bet. Anybody taking that one? Not taking that bet. Too much, not enough. I mean, just enough, or a little more. All right, let's keep it moving. Speaking of money, 10 years. He could face 10 years in jail though. That's 30 maximum 30. Come on, man. Where's the protection? All right, y'all hear this about Bill Gates? Let me lighten it up a little bit. Bill Gates told his kids, y'all ain't getting nothing. Y'all ain't getting shit. I don't know, man. Bill Gates, man. Too much, just enough, or a little more. What type of asshole is Bill Gates, man? Where Haynes at? Haynes watching the show? Your man lunching out here, man. I'll just read this story. And this is from Radar Online. When is this dated? May 11th. All right, yesterday. Bill Gates said he'll leave his 3 kids a minuscule portion of his wealth. They will likely get only $10 million each after divorce from Melinda. Oh, only $10 million, huh? Oh, how will we survive? How will we fare out here, Daddy Bill? On $10 million? What will I do? That's a lovely family. I didn't even never even seen a family like that. Oh, so that's the okay. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Seems to be a non-binary one over there on the left. Anyway, moment of silence for the Gates kids. This is the article, how it starts off. As their billionaire parents might leave them only millions after divvying up the finances. Bill Gates, 65, and his wife, 56. Oh, who knew that? I didn't know that. Wait a minute. How long they been married? Wait, 27 years? Was they together in the beginning? Was she there before the money? 11 years younger. I thought he made his fortune like right out of college. Oh, let me take this call real quick. My bad. I'm in here talking. I ain't see the phone. Welcome to the program. Let's go live.
Hey, Lamont.
Hey.
It's Chrissy.
What's up with you? So too much, just enough, or a little more?
For Bill Gates or the dude who punched the Dunkin' Donuts guy?
Who'd you call in for? Which store you call in for?
The dude who punched the the Dunkin' Donut guy. I think.
Go ahead.
I think it's too much. Even though, like, if I was around just my people, like, or other people out in public, I would ride for the brother. Like, I'd be like, I don't know, no, he shouldn't go to jail. But in my heart, I don't think you can talk a bunch of crap, but to die for that, it's not worth that. Because I don't think that it's fair when cops do it to us. If we're mad because you're doing something wrong, you don't get to shoot me and beat me and kill me. So then it's not right for you to be mad about some donut, use the N-word, and then die.
So, do you believe in standing your ground?
At your house, if someone is going to kill you.
Standing your ground, the ground you on. Like if you're being aggressed and somebody is assaulting you, what do you think you should have the right to do? In what manner?
If someone's assaulting me, then I have the right to defend myself. I don't have to run. I can fight back. But the words can't be an assault.
Yes,
it has to
yes,
be.
They can. Yes, they can. You talking about
really? So if I'm like,
yeah, that's assault. You talking about battery? You talking about
battery? You're right.
Yeah.
So I don't think that if someone is assaulting you without a weapon or fist or doing something with the assault, that they deserve to die.
All right, so let's take that off the table. We all are in agreement that no, he didn't deserve to die. Do you think the guys, the Dunkin' Donuts employees' reaction was too much, just enough, or was it warranted? His reaction, because I'm sure when he hauled off and punched him, he didn't have the intention of killing him. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. So, do you think the reaction was warranted? Being in that position,
I think the reaction was just enough, but you're still going to jail. Like I think the reaction is just enough, but there's consequences for your actions, and now you got to go to jail. I can't defend your actions after the guy dies.
Wow.
I mean, I will in front of people, right. But in my heart, I can't really be like, oh, you should have punched somebody in the punch. He deserved to die because of it.
Interesting. So if you was on the jury, how would you lean? He got to do jail time for that?
They don't want me on the jury.
Oh, I mean hypothetical. This is all metaphorical.
Okay, hypothetically, this is so bad. I think if I was on the jury, I would probably be a biased jury member. They wouldn't let me on the jury because I would, in front of the jury members, probably just be like, "No, there's no way." I would say what I didn't agree because I feel like they do that all the time. They're disingenuous,
right?
And so they say stuff that isn't true, and they pretend like they don't see it. So I would do the same thing. I would pretend like I don't even understand why anybody would not understand why he would hear the N-word and pop off, and he didn't know that. I would do that in a jury setting, but in real life, if it was my family, well, I guess my family wouldn't say the N-word, but in my heart, I wouldn't be like, he's justified.
Okay.
If we were in a fair society, if it was a fair society and I didn't have to worry about race, then I would, of course, vote against the guy.
Nah, but we're not. Nah, we're not. But I appreciate the call anyway. I appreciate it.
Bye. I like your show.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So that jail time. I don't know. I don't know if I could be like, oh yeah, you deserve jail for that. I don't know if I could do that. Now the reaction, like in that moment, I do old as shit. I can see it. But he really, I'm steaming at this point because this is the third time you done came in here talking cross to me. And I guarantee you, if we see the video, he probably in his face and all this old kind of shit. I don't know, man. Just enough. Unfortunately, he died. But I mean, just enough. Like what? I would say if I was on the jury or in the courtroom, I'd be like, well, what did you expect? Like what outcome were you looking for, sir? And what did you think was going to happen? And I think, not that this should be any type of precedent, because I'm not going to say that on camera, but I would think, because I've seen a trend, in recent history where a lot of them are reverting back to their old ways and really thinking that they can really just walk up on anybody and perform in this manner because they have the protection. So in this scenario, if I was in the court, defense attorney, I would be like, to the victim's family, like, what did you think was going to be the response? You thought you could just roll up on somebody, now nigga, this nigga, and like nothing because of what you see on TV, because you watching Fox News all day and they telling and you on Reddit and they telling you can do that and get away with it. I don't know. All right, let's go back to the Bill Gates story. Lines are still open. 765. Let's go on. Bill Gates. Let's read through this story. So apparently, him and his wife is worth soon to be ex-wife, $130 billion. They got 3 children: Jennifer, 25, Rory, and Phoebe. Wait a minute. Let's go back to this picture. Who's who? Wow. Wait a minute. Am I the only one that's tripped up about this? Like who's who? Okay. All right, let's stay focused. 2014, the Microsoft co-founder and former CEO, somebody asked him during the TED Talk what his game plan for his kids was. Given that him and his wife had enough money to make all 3 kids billionaires independently. Bill says they won't have anything like that. They need to have a sense that their own work is meaningful and important. Really, Bill? Billy. He had a similar stance in 2011. During an interview with the Daily Mail, he was asked about reports that he had planned on leaving each child $10 million. Though Gates did not confirm or deny that exact number, he did say that he would be getting they would be getting a minuscule portion of his wealth. First of all, what is minuscule? Listen, if I'm your son, right? You worth $130 billion. I know that because I can read. A minuscule portion, right? Whether you check out or you leave mom's, minuscule is $1 million. I would dare to say it's at least $1 million. I'm fine with that. Too much, just enough, or a little more. Bill Gates leaving me a minuscule amount of his fortune is just enough for me. Just enough. In response to a user on Reddit who asked him if the reports claiming he would leave his kids only $10 million were true, Bill replied, "I definitely think leaving kids massive amounts of money is not a favor to them." I know that's right. I know that's right. Warren Buffett was a part of an article in Fortune talking about this in 1986 before I met him. Oh, this is Bill quoting them. This is them quoting Bill. And it made me think about it and decide he was right. Some people disagree with this, but Melinda and I feel good about it. Wow, they agree on something. Wow. We ain't leaving y'all shit. Let me see what I read most of this. That's crazy though. Too much, just enough, or a little more. Your kids, you passing on your wealth. You know, generational wealth is one thing, right? That's something a lot of us, you know, it's new to us. It's our first time being able to, you know, be in a situation where we pass wealth down. But what you doing? You giving your kids the millions off break that you sacrificed for and worked for your entire life and sent them to good schools or whatever. You breaking them off, or you just like you legit letting them work for the whole thing, like the whole time? Like, come on, man, Bill, you're a selfish son of a bitch. Nothing. Oh, geez. So John Watson says, great question. I wonder if they live like millionaires or do they live like billionaires? Because great question, because that will determine whether or not they feel slighted or not, whether or not a minuscule amount will suffice or will I be suffering and struggling in the poorhouse? Would Donald Trump say I was self-made, pulled myself up by the bootstraps with $1 million loan from my dad? You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. But what you doing with your kids though? You passing on that wealth? I'm talking about if you got that bag, if you got that bank, what you in a divorce, what you doing? Or just even, on some old will, in the will. Your whole net worth, $10 million. You made that before you start having kids. Then your kids get 21, and it's time for you to write that will up. What you doing? Do they get it all? A nominal amount? Or you trust fund it? Be like, listen to you Allen Iverson them and Reebok them. I got $50 million set aside, but I just want to see you make it to the age of 50 because I don't trust how you gonna live your life. Man. Interesting. All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, let's go to the phone. John Watson, New York Bureau Chief. Welcome to the program. What's good with ya?
What up, fam?
What up with ya?
Hey, that's kind of ain't shit. That's kind of my point. Like, Gates and them could be them parents that go, listen, I'm a billionaire.
Yeah.
But you don't have shit.
Yeah.
And maybe that's how they grow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hit them with the Cliff Huxtable. You know what I'm saying? No, we're rich. You
right.
Tell your friends you don't have anything. You know what I'm saying? So this 10 million, that'd be a come up. And if the kids are smart, they're like, well, look here, mom and dad. Can I get my 10 now?
Yeah, right.
So I can go ahead and put it in this interest-bearing account.
Right.
So I can burst me dividends while I'm still under your umbrella protection.
So I can live off the interest. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got to worry.
Let me live off the interest later.
Yeah.
Because you still got me until I'm 18. You know what I mean? Or if I go to college, you still got me until I'm 21, right? So let me get that now about you, champ.
Now,
so I can go ahead and flip that.
Now, Rachel says, why are the kids getting money in a divorce anyway? That's another great question. What is that called? Is that called something? Is that child support?
That's called in rich people that's called I'm never going to see you
again. Yeah. Yes.
Divorce means one of us is going to go and one of us is not going to see it anymore.
Yeah, because they're 18 21 and 25. So they're all technically adults. One of them's probably
so they're all technically adults.
Yeah, one of them's probably going into college in the fall. The other two. Now, here's the thing. Here's a little scrutiny, a little judgment. I guarantee you they don't have any real talents. And I'm going to tell you why. Most children of most children of famous people or rich people, we would have heard of them by now. Some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
My son is he's on a mission in Zimbabwe. He's building wells for poor children. You know what I'm saying? We've heard you're gonna hear something.
Do you think they still at the crib?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's why this is an issue.
So we don't have a problem. We don't have a problem. So, give me my $10 million. I'm gonna be down the hall.
No, they need the money. That's what I'm saying. They need the money because they don't have no earning abilities. No earning talents.
No life skills.
No, absolutely not. Guarantee it.
We don't need any if they're at the crib. Like, you're divorcing her. You're not divorcing me, Dad. I'm gonna be in my room. Y'all go work that shit out.
Yeah, but apparently, Bill said me and Melinda, we're on the same page. So I don't think they may not want no parts of the kids. Like, who y'all going with?
Man.
We thought we was going with you. Oh, shit, me. You know what I'm saying? No way.
Because I think isn't his house? I could be wrong, but doesn't he have some type of ill kind of setup? The house that they had, where it's like, I feel like it was like looked like a damn Stark house, so this was like cut to the side of a mountain or some crazy shit like that.
Wow.
But then they have some kind of ill, something real lavish. You know what I'm saying? Like, something to where you wouldn't even know. Oh yeah, Dad, I've been living here for the past 3 years. You didn't even know I was back because I've been, in the West Wing type of situation. But if I was them kids, man, I'd say, listen, man, y'all do whatever y'all got to do. I just, as long as, is it still gonna be Fruit Loops in the closet?
Right.
I don't have any life skills.
A minuscule amount. If a minuscule amount is $1 million, I'm with it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine.
Right.
At 21, I'm fine with it.
A minuscule amount.
Yeah.
So 10 mil, I guess you can stretch that.
Yeah, you can stretch that.
You can definitely stretch that. You go buy a house, straight up. Get you, something nice, something modest, 3,500 square feet.
Yeah, 3,500 square something slight.
Something slight.
26 or 27 rooms. You don't really need that much. You know what I'm saying?
They probably live, where do they live? You know where they live?
I think in the Northwest, somewhere, like Oregon or Washington, one of them, Northwest.
Okay, so they're going to get that for they're going to get that crib for 400. You know what I'm saying?
No,
have a nice
no way.
House for 400, maybe 5.
500 what?
Too much?
500.
Grand.
No, sir. You don't watch HGTV enough. In the Northwest, House Hunters.
Okay.
Yeah, House Hunters is 1,800 square. 1,800 square feet is going for like 1.8 million. Yeah, no, sir. Yeah.
In like Washington, in like Seattle, and like
where he living. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if they downgraded and did not necessarily live where you live or live in a nice, part of wherever, they could come up on something.
Yeah, maybe.
If it's just one of them living in a crib, like how much,
Yeah.
Like, listen, all I got is 10 mil to live on,
Yeah, true that.
Got to make it do what it do.
True that.
You're going to buy something cash, and then you have another, 9.2 to play with to fuck up for the next how many years.
Right. I'm paying people to take care of me. That's just, come on. Put them on salary. Yeah.
For 9.2, come on, you gotta make that stretch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And you're the kid that's going back to Dad.
Yeah. I guarantee you, Dad don't want no parts of that.
I gave Dad, Jeffrey needs a raise, and I'm out of money.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't blew your 10 mil already.
Yeah,
you gotta make that stretch, man.
I don't think Dad wants no parts of them. Look at this photo. Yeah, he doesn't want any parts of them.
Wait, which one? Okay, so the kid. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, a parent's love is.
Yeah. He like a creepy germaphobe in this picture. Like, just weird. All right, no Bill Gates slander.
Right,
according to Haynes, no Bill Gates slander. We'll keep it moving. Oh, wait a minute.
My computer stopped.
Oh, wait a minute. He got the info for us. He's a Bill Gates stan. Haynes says Jennifer is currently studying for a medical degree. Rory studied computing at Duke University, and younger sister Phoebe has reportedly followed Jennifer to Stanford. Oh, hey, look at that. Instant fact checking.
There you go.
Bill Gates fact checking. So
there you go. I mean, quite frankly, they better.
Yeah, right. Right.
They should be, as they should be.
Because they're gonna have to be working real
like
soon.
They're not like a Jenner or something like that where they could go and rest on their other talents. So they might as well go for the intellectual route.
Well, this one looks real generous though. Just right here, this one. Well, all right, let's keep it moving. All right, appreciate you for stopping through. I don't need any no more slander. Yeah, Rory looking real generous right there. All right, last story of the day. Speaking of Jenner, let me close that window. Y'all are hilarious. Oh, yeah, let me close that window. All right, so let's see what they're doing in Florida. Oh, no, it's Alabama. Let's go to Alabama. I thought it was Florida. I read the story earlier. This is how you close out a show, ladies and gentlemen. This one right here. Too much, just enough, or just a little more. Let's take a look at this story here. What the hell is going on? This is updated today. So it's a real story from the Daily Beast. Alabama woman is the headline. Pleads guilty to robbing bank for plastic surgery money. Okay. Ooh, okay. All right. We too much, not enough, or a little more. Not enough. We support your bank robbing endeavors. Whatever you need to do to finish what you started. An Alabama woman pleaded guilty Monday to robbing a bank to pay for her cosmetic surgery procedures. Iconic Facci, formerly known as Jimmy Maurice Lewis II, copped to 2 counts of robbery for a 2019 robbery for a bank in Gulfport, Alabama. She received 2 sentences of 15 years each to be served concurrently. Facci had written a note to a teller during the robbery. You have 1 minute to give the money. Do not be wrong or die. She later, I don't even know if I read that right. She later traveled to Mexico and paid for plastic surgery with her money, but was arrested in Houston. Oh, she wasn't finished. Arrested near Houston airport, re-entering the country. Witnesses identify her by her swollen face, a common marker of recent procedures. Oh, okay. So that's why. Okay. All right. Phew. Facci had also served time for robbing an Alabama bank in 2019. Oh, man. All right. Oh, boy. Oh, geez. That's what I meant. If I need just a little more was a person. Yeah. So a lot more. Too much. Okay. I was told if you don't have nothing to say, don't say anything. Yeah. At times it's hard. I'll say that. And sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And, you gotta make it happen out of nowhere. You gotta, go where you've never gone before. And if you got to make a way out of no way. And and I think that's it. All right. So all the cliches that I could muster, come up with. All right, y'all been good, man. Funny, Coach Ken said she's been robbing folks, but she got robbed herself. Hi-oh. All right, y'all. It's been good, man. Thanks everybody for calling. Too much, not enough. Or a little bit more on a Wednesday. Friday off on the games, man. The lineup is ready. We're ready to have a little fun and to close the week out. A little bit of something, you know what I mean? On the light side. Money Wheel got about 55 on it now. So it's wide open for you to do what you need to do so you can win. If not, we'll just push it to the next week. We've done it before. We'll do it again. Let's Go Live Show. Make sure you hit the thumbs on this joint and turn the reminders on and notifications and all that. And let people know what you'll be doing at 6 o'clock Eastern time on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Because that's the fun thing to do. Roland Martin, man, we appreciate you standing by. Again, I know you had a lot to talk about. I saw you talking yesterday on your show. But we ran out of time, man. Just had a good old goddamn time over here. So maybe next time. we'll make some room for you. On behalf of our executive producer, Mr. Clarkson, down the hall in Studio G, and our New York bureau chief, John Watson from All Fun and Games, we appreciate y'all, man. Have a good rest of your evening. Be safe. Do something productive, man. Trade crypto or something for the next like 5 or 6 hours and come back and tell me about it. I'd love to hear it.
I don't care if it is a closet. You still looking mad efficient.